Hello, and welcome to another episode of Pull Up 3. I am Paragon Don.
I'm Janae.
And I'm Jay Trent.
Today we have a wide range of topics today, as always. We'll more than likely start with the Lexie comments and the Cheryl comments and the idea of desirability in women's basketball. Talk about free agency because that is basically over right now. There's been a lot of things being done. Certain teams have been moving very smartly. Some of the teams have been moving kind of nasty. Some people are being rewarded for moving nasty, which we'll also talk about. And yeah, so we'll go from there. So first, like I said, I want to talk about Lexie, and then it's interesting to see kind of like when you benefit from a certain privilege and the one place you don't benefit from that privilege from, at least not as much as you're like used to, it seems really weird to you. Like I thought it was interesting how she was saying, like, these outside people are like, oh, I didn't know WNBA players look like you. It's like, well, of course. I don't know why they would have. They don't interact with the sport like that, so it wouldn't have really made sense for them to know because it's already like preconceived notions about that. But also, I feel like the idea of trying to get people to interact with the game based on how players may or may not look is very backwards. Because especially when it comes to men, because in a male-dominated misogynistic society, like they're gonna find a reason to not watch regardless. Like the girls can be playing in lingerie or whatever, but somebody else is just gonna make up another excuse on why they don't want to watch regardless. So trying to cater to that just doesn't make sense to me. And when you have like with her being benefiting from pretty privilege, and even her being on the Gilbert Arenas show, and him just being like, yeah, I don't want my kid like my kids growing up, and there ain't a lot of people that look like you. And I don't like there's a gap between that. It's like, does it really matter? Like, if your kid is good, does that really?
Just want them to take the podcast mics. Everybody. The
Before the
pivot
podcast.
canceled. Whatever Gilbert Arenas podcast canceled. Just cancel it. Just cancel the podcast. I'm tired. I'm tired of hearing it. I'm tired of the dialogue. And the thing is, it's just like never good dialogue. You know what I'm saying? Like the discussion is never fruitful. We're never learning something new. We're never talking about something interesting. Everything is literally immediately misogyny, and then it's like, all right. And then the people on the podcast are all like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Like there are no thoughts in the room, and I'm tired. So I think it's just best if we just take the mics away. Like it's over. Just take them away at this point.
So the first thing I want to say is if for anybody listening, please go to your Twitter or X or whatever the hell it's called and go read what former WNBA player Devereaux Peters had to say about this, because she addressed this topic with a sense of nuance that reaches beyond anything that I could say. So please, it's not that long. Like please read what she has to say. Very, very valuable, thought provoking stuff. Now, when it comes to growing the audience of any sport, if your attempt to draw people to that sport is anything other than the sport itself, it's not gonna work. Like it's just it won't happen. Like the draw to women's basketball has to be basketball. Just like the draw to men's basketball has to be basketball. If you got people watching for any reason other than loving the sport of basketball, any reach that you were trying to, any reach that you were trying to have, any people that you were trying to bring in, those people won't last because the only true constant in basketball is basketball.
Like I've had friends who've been interested in learning, and they kind of learn the same way that I feel like you learn in any sport. Like you find players you like, you find a team that you want to support, and then you just go from there and you build up your information from there. If you try to start your uh, experience in any sport with like, is this person attractive? It's not. We already lost because we're not gonna do that with that. It could be the finest person on the court, but if she stink, it don't matter. Like she's not gonna play, so you're not gonna see her, and you're just not gonna watch. And then I think the thing when it comes to like like promoting like feminine presenting, attractive women, whatever, you know, it's a lot of like girls or the women that are presented in the way I feel like Lexie was trying to describe. I don't want to twist her words in it, but I feel like what she was trying to describe. A lot of them at this juncture don't be good like that. So of course they not gonna be damn wow. Like Lexie, like again, we praise Lexie very much in the podcast. Like she's just started putting things together. But I feel like they've already tried promoting players who were fine in like the conventional sense that weren't good at basketball, and they didn't play, so it didn't matter. Like Cooper, like when they had her plastic, I didn't even watch WNBA like that, but I knew who that was. And then when I started getting to it, I'm like, why? Why you know this? Like, she's not even okay. Um, and now like with Kaiser's story is definitely different, but like that was somebody that people I knew didn't interact with the WNBA at all. They were very excited about her joining. And then when she didn't play, they turned on her very quickly. And it's because the only reason why they were in her corner at all, because she was conventionally attractive. And it's like, this will never stand. And trying to get people who are gonna support for that just that reason, it just doesn't make sense. Like they're just gonna find a reason to not at the end of the day. Like as soon as they don't find that woman attractive anymore, when the feminine presenting women that end up being gay, like what they did to Dejanay Carrington, like everybody was posting about Dejanay Carrington, and they found out she was gay, and then they had shit to her. It's like, what are we really doing, and what are we trying to accomplish, and what do you really want? We're moving backwards. It just doesn't make sense to me.
I think the real problem is that like people are so like I was listening when I was in the committee did their spaces with the media members, and they were talking about like catching the casual fan. And I think the problem is like people are trying to catch casuals, but the like easiest way to catch a casual fan is to like take them to a basketball game or like watch the actual game, because like even if you don't know anything about basketball, for one, it's not rocket science. You know what I'm saying? Like the ball got to go in the hoop. That's it. That's really it. Like once you kind of understand the basis of what's happening, then you can kind of like okay, then you can kind of dive deeper into it. But it goes back to what Jay said. You have to get them to like basketball, like to like the environment, to like what's happening on the floor. And if they don't like that, if they're not a sports fan, or if they're not whatever, like they don't like the energy, whatever, like you're not going to catch them. And I personally am against, like, I don't mind teaching people about basketball. I think it's important, and I think like it helps the game and stuff, but I don't think that people should like prioritize the casual fan. Like, because they're not gonna be the one who's like buying season tickets. Like somebody who just learned about basketball 2 days ago is probably not gonna buy you season tickets. They probably won't buy any merchandise. They're not gonna keep up with the data, you know what I'm saying, with the day-to-day. And especially like as the seasons get longer, things get more expensive. Like if you're not a fan of basketball, you're not about to like spend your money on something you don't actually like. So to me, it just makes no sense. Like, I feel like more people would be, I'm gonna just say this. There are so many people who like have watched like me make TikTok content, or just like talk about basketball in general, and be like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but like because you're having so much fun, I want to go watch basketball. Like I want to go to a game. I want to like see what it's about. And it's like, yeah, and the more fun that me as like a real basketball fan has, like the more other people might be like, oh, well, they're like having a really good time. Let me go see. And then it starts there. Like you figure out what basketball is and you dive into it. Like I just, like, there is a place for the casual fan, and I think there is, something you can do to like, grow the game or whatever, but like making them the priority, and like, trying to do all these things to make sure that like we capture as many people as possible is kind of insane, when you could just like love the people that like essentially love you back. Like there are basketball fans here. Make their experience great, and they're going to want to invite other people, or other people are going to see that, they're going to want to talk about it, and it's going to lead to other people wanting to participate. So yeah, that's my take.
And I think to your point of that, I think that's kind of why the idea of when people be like, women don't even watch women's basketball, so why would I? It's always really dumb to me. One, because I don't think that's true. But two, if they don't watch basketball at all, it shouldn't be some expectation for them to have to support this just because they're women. Like that's not what anyone wants. No one wants you to feel like you have to support this just because, like, there are probably people who just don't like WNBA basketball for like legitimate reasons. Because I'm sure there are WNBA fans who don't like NBA basketball for like legitimate reasons. The issue is when people partake in something and they be like, I don't watch this because they can't dunk, or they're not athletic, or they're like these like obvious misogynistic reasons. Like if you're going to not like this because things baked in patriarchy, then there are very obvious issues there. And that's when things need to be addressed. So, like you were saying, trying to get people who just don't engage with sports at all, whether it be women, men, like heterosexual, homosexual, whatever, that just doesn't, it never made sense. But trying to get people who actually do already engage in the sport to, put these things together and get excited about it. But it's always gonna be a lot easier.
And I just want to say too, to the women don't watch sports thing, I honestly hate so much. I literally watched somebody on Twitter tell a woman that women don't watch sports. I'm like, you're literally arguing with a woman. Like, do you not realize that you're arguing with a woman? You're like telling this woman that you do that she does not watch sports. Like that thing just confuses me. And people are always like googling it, and the stat is always like a 60-40 split or something silly. And I'm like, do you not realize like how close that number is? Like, let's use our thinking caps just for a moment. If the stats say 60-40, that means there's 10 people in the room. At least 4 of them is women. I don't think
If somebody said if somebody say you had a 40% chance to die today, you're gonna be scared as hell. That's a big ass number.
I don't think people be doing the math, and I need them to actually, for real, on some serious stuff. Because like the first time I went to a Fever game, I heard somebody say like not at the actual game, but like before I went, I heard, women don't watch sports. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of strange. I'm a woman, I like sports, but that's not something that I was like before, like talking to my friends about a lot. But then I went to a Fever game, and there were many old white women was in there. Like the Fever's entire fan base is just full of old white women. I'm not joking. And I mean like women that are at least like 60. They are in the stands. So every time somebody just says that to me, I just flash to the white, like the season ticket holders who sat in front of me, like these two old white ladies. And I'm like, y'all are not about to tell me that women do not watch basketball, because they be in them stadiums, okay, and paying that $20 to park in that garage. I don't want to hear it.
Listen, the All-Star game, the ones that I've been to, there's a lot of women there, like a lot. But also, we don't typically get into like outside of basketball. So really, women be having the money. Men really don't be having like statistically, like women be the people that have the bread. So I don't know, sister girl. You don't got no money, but your homegirl do, I promise. Sir, statistically, you do not spend your money because you don't have it. She got it. So I don't know. I think it's watch what you want to watch, but don't not watch it for petty reasons. It is not good for anybody. And you look crazy.
Or don't make up a reason as to why you don't like it. Like just like stand on it. Just be like, no, I don't want to watch that shit. Like stand on it, please. Like just like don't lie to me. Like just be for real. Like just be like, nah, I'm not really interested. I would respect that so much more if instead of like they be like, the league operates at a loss because it's subsidized by the Fortune 500. Like you do not care about that. Get it out. Get it
Dude,
out.
I do not like.
Oh no, because wake that up, because show me. I honestly would have really appreciated people just was like, I've never watched a game and I never had any desire to. Just stay on it, because like I'm gonna get mad at you. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, other than be like, okay, watch the game, maybe. Like, but we need to too thing that the WNBA operates at a loss. Because ever since the fact that like there are like 10, at least 10 NBA teams who are operating at a loss.
I think that
and the
nigga
only
said
reason
20.
why 20, that's even worse. You bitches are only surviving because of that revenue share. So do not stop telling me the WNBA ain't gonna do all of this, because half of y'all bitches shouldn't be here either. So wake that up.
The Lakers keeping y'all lights on.
The Lakers, the Celtics, the Bulls, the Warriors,
the Knicks.
the Knicks. If they was not there, y'all be playing on tape delay.
Mikal Bridges said that Barclays gets more active for the Liberty than they do for the Nets. So
wake it up, because you niggas will not be here, and I'm tired.
Every time a Nets game is at home, whoever they are playing against has more like jerseys and fans there. Like it'd be loud as hell in there for the other team. So it's like that don't happen with the Liberty. It's just so you know. But also we have to give things time. But also y'all need to stand out these niggas' pockets. Why are y'all pocket watching a $1 billion company talk about they operate at a loss? Nigga, the game is good. I don't care. It's like, that's not my business. I want these players to have more money. I need these owners to open their purses, including D Wade. He needs to open his purse too. I want these players to have locker rooms, and I need them to have flights. If all these billionaires go broke in the process, That's how the game goes. That's how the cookie crumble. That's not my business. You shouldn't have been in the game if you couldn't afford it.
Ugh.
But yeah, but this, I guess we can finish with that. But free agency, I know we might be stuck on this for a while. Lord knows.
Pull up the cap sheets, Donovan. Pull up the cap
nasty.
sheets. Like, we need to actually, yeah, we're gonna start there first because I just need to say this. We watched Phoenix. First of all, Phoenix just got a new owner, right? Because Sarver dude, nasty, racist. They had to get him out of there. Okay. So we got this Matt man. Okay. And then he get in there, and the first thing he do is be nasty to Skylar Diggins-Smith as she put that team on her back. Y'all wasn't let her in the training facilities. She couldn't work out because she was pregnant. Y'all are nasty. And the fact that all of y'all went to this team, not even like too many people had interesting conversations with the Phoenix Mercury for me. Okay. Like, it was too many of y'all saying, well, people want to be in Phoenix. For what? Is the weather that good in Phoenix? I didn't think so. It's hot. It's nasty. I like, this is not, what are y'all doing in Phoenix? It's Arizona. Like, this is not California. The weather is not that good. And okay, y'all got a practice facility. It's going to get a little better. But they still did Nikki Blue wrong. And I'm not letting that go. They might have hired Christy Tolliver because they wanted us to just be quiet and say, here y'all go, damn. But I will not be quiet because that was nasty. And I don't forgive y'all. So the fact that all of y'all went up in there and said, we're going to have a conversation with them, I'm looking at y'all funny. I'm looking at y'all real funny. And talking about this organization gonna support me. Support who? They won't even support the motherfuckers that was already there. Why they gonna support you? I have questions.
Again, I would also just like to say there was a tweet when Sav got her shoes stolen, when Sabrina got her shoes stolen, everybody had to answer questions about that from top to bottom. Niggas was saying a lot of things. But when an all-star, all WNBA, Hall of Fame player get locked out facilities, ain't no questions getting asked to nobody on the team, nothing. Like, ain't nobody asking new people coming in, like, do you know there's a possibility they might do this to you? Like, excuse me, Miss Goat. Did you know this is going on? Why did you say that about this? Like, it's interesting when certain questions are being asked and why.
And no internal investigations. WNBPA, y'all just put out that movie on Tubi, and y'all want us to support y'all, but y'all wasn't supporting my sister Skylar Diggins. I'm watching y'all because y'all put together that tired ass 2K announcement, but you couldn't throw some sentences together.
It's funny because Skylar was going off. Now.
It's getting fishy. I don't like this. I don't like it.
She playing with the president now, so they might try to take him down from the inside.
They better get to work. I need to see some results. Where's the investigation? Kathy? I'm about to start calling myself. I'm strongly word email is being sent because this is getting too nasty.
The basketball guys will not view this kindly, and neither will I when my power drop. So I need y'all to get it together.
Listen, I have not seen a nasty team has not won a championship in a long time. And like on the men's side or the women's side, I can't think of a nasty team. Like, that's the reason the Celtics lost. Ime was being nasty and we didn't know. It's like, and a nasty teammate won in the grip because the basketball guys always know. They always know. When the Warriors was being nasty in 2019, they were being nasty to KD, and all the niggas got hurt at the same time. That shit don't be getting rewarded. I promise you it don't. And this is why. Their time is coming, and it will be in the first round.
I'm
or
ready
second.
for.
I don't know.
I'm ready for somebody in these media scrums to be like I want to see the reaction, like the look on the faces when these questions get asked. I just want somebody to ask them, somebody, because I can only imagine, like if it get brushed to the side, let me know that because I want to know that too.
Yeah, like when DT her exit interview was asked about Skylar Diggins and she was like, "No question. Make sure the camera's rolling so that I can see the look at her eyes when you ask."
Let me pull up these cap sheets. As we can see, there are some teams here, and there's some money to be had. Who are we? What?
I know that
What do
I
we
know that
see?
well, first off, the reason the Liberty's cap space number is so high is because the I don't think the Stewie and JJ contract terms have been announced yet. So
They have not. They have not. Um, but the the Fever and the Sparks both having 13 people signed is nasty. Like, oh,
Put them roster spots to 15. Kathy needs to stop playing with me.
I think the bigger issue is the cap space. Because I feel like if they have more cap space, then they can kind of get away with more spots. But like with the hard cap, they don't got no wiggle room. But still,
yeah, yeah, hard cap makes it difficult.
the average age of the Dallas Wings is kind of crazy. 25.
Hey,
It's
used
crazy
to,
how
man.
it's crazy how young they are and how good they are, and that's why I can't bring myself to give up on them. Now, are they not winning anything this year? I would say no, because it's just it's just not in the cards right now. I need that Aces 3-peat, but it's not their fault though. It's not the right time.
I,
But
you know, yeah. Mm.
they are
Mm.
wonderful, and I know they'll be fun to watch, and I know they're gonna give somebody hell, and somebody's going to hate playing these niggas in the playoffs.
Okay.
They are
I don't know.
younger than the Lynx. Like that's very crazy. I think, as a matter of fact, can I? Yeah, they're the youngest team in the league.
The
Not the Aces
Aces
is
are the
30.
oldest. The Aces
Uh,
are the oldest team.
Candace Parker and Sydney Colson and Alicia Clark. They putting up numbers right now. They're
How old
raising
is
the group.
Bria Hartley?
I don't think she's that old.
Um, no, I don't think so.
She might be like 27. I don't know though. That haven't be that old.
She is 31.
31?
Yeah.
Oh my God, whose class was she in?
I was gonna feel real bad if
For
she was like 27.
2014. Yeah,
Oh,
2014. So
I don't
she
know
got
why I
drafted
thought
the same year. She got drafted the same year as that's the year that Chennai was the number one pick and AT was in that draft. Chelsea Gray, she was in that class.
um oh that she was in that picture with Kia. That's who it was. I don't know why I was thinking Kia was oh no for a second. It was Kia, yeah. Kia's old too, I guess. No, she can't be that much older than them. I don't think Kia 30.
Mm,
Why is it 12 teams here, but it's 11 on my list? Anyway, we'll get back to that. Let's go through the teams and let us rank their off season. Kyle, you can walk by; it's perfectly fine. Let's rank their off seasons, or like try to give it a grade. Um, well, we can start with the Aces, the oldest team in the league. The Aces, for me, you know, them niggas ain't really have to do much for me. Uh, they just re-signed when they needed to sign and got some guard depth and Candace Parker back. We are getting the farewell tour as she so deserves. and that's all that matters to me. So I gotta give her an A+, just off the strength.
Yeah. Like Vegas core is already intact. So um they're the reigning champs. Um, you know, they're commit the queen, you best not miss. Like that's they're gonna be number one on like when you ranking the teams, like everybody is gunning for Vegas. Like when you think of when teams talk about their offseason moves, I know that they be in the front office like, does this make us better than the Aces?
And I'm pretty
Like that,
sure that's why like Chicago was cooked already. And that's probably why Kalia like just left. Because it's like me staying here is not gonna make us better than Aces. This is our only hope.
yeah. So everybody's trying to catch them. So yeah, they're I can't put another team above them until we see it on the court. Because for them, we've already seen the results.
I'm gonna give them an A in the offseason because they went and got Meg, and re-signing Candace was
Pancake
obviously
Mama, I
like
forgot.
re-signing Candace was already like the number one thing. Then you went and got Meg, like you actually really got you a good big. Like Phoenix, what are you doing? Anyway, but we're not talking about them. The Aces,
They will be next.
they're getting an A for me. I have no notes, like no notes. No notes.
Well, next is Phoenix Mercury. You are nasty, but
You
you
know,
had a wonderful offseason, and I hate you for it. I swear to God, I hate you for it because you were moving so foul and you got rewarded. Getting Natasha Cloud and Kalia Copper and basically having to make this guy get back what they already lost. And again, curse James Wade. I don't know when I'm gonna stop saying that, but the fact that they had to trade for what they lost, and they retooled and all this, they look like if DT legs hold up, which it should be formidable.
maybe I'm a hater. But the Phoenix Mercury, you are a 6 seed. I don't care. You are a 6 seed. Because listen though, hear me out.
I just want you to remember that you said this for when I show you my list of teams in order.
Oh, no, they're a 6 seed. I'm pretty sure. I don't even know if I put them 6 on my list, but they're gonna be a 6 seed. And I'm gonna stand on this because I was thinking about this. And I feel like, okay, this is also pending BG. Now, if they get BG back, I might move them up. But right now, they're 6 seed at best. At best. Hear me out. They got the people that they got in their offseason. Beck Allen, Kai, Natasha. Who else did they get? That's all they got. 3 players who are so like none of them are leaders. And we have seen what having Diana Taurasi as your leader has done to them. All 3 of them are also very streaky. Hopefully, if they all pick a different night to go off, that they could be good, be better. But also y'all now don't have no bench. So what y'all gonna do? Who gonna rebound? Who gonna play point guard? You better hope Shook stay. I'm just saying.
I just want to say about Diana being a leader, and we'll talk about Team USA today as well. Diana just pushed a random woman on Belgium down today for no reason. I'm not sure why I hope I can get like a video of it and put it on here, but like she literally did that shit for no reason. And that's just the type of shit. It's just like,
oh, and
let's keep up.
Let's remember that she slapped Marina Mabury last year. For no reason. For no particular reason, she slapped that lady in the middle of a game. No less. So the Mercury, until you get BG, even if you don't, I really am praying BG just doesn't come back. I don't know what she's gonna do, but I'm praying that she doesn't come back. Because then if she definitely doesn't come back, you bitches better hope you make the playoffs.
She's going to the Indiana
You better
Fever.
hope. Let's wake that up, actually. Let's wake that up.
I'm with that.
All right, hey, Aaliyah and BG in a front court is insane.
We would eat so bad. We were already making the playoffs, but we might actually be a 5 seed. Okay, that's a little bit much. We'll make the playoffs for sure, but
I hate giving bad people good grades. um the Mercury, they trying to do the damn thing. Like they are. I'm not saying they'll be successful, but in terms of the way that they're trying to construct this roster, I'm not putting a letter grade on it, but I mean that's the approach that you want a team to take. But I can't.
And the way they're doing it, you don't. But you're making the right moves with the wrong purpose and the wrong reasons.
Right. You know. So
Now I won't allow them to be successful. I will stop it myself if I got to. if they have a chance to hit a game-winning shot in the finals, I promise you, I'm gonna run on that court and I'm gonna slide tackle the hell out of somebody. I cannot let this stand. I'm gonna put that coach in the figure four while he's trying to drop a play. So something is being stopped because if the basketball gods employ me to use my power to stop this nastiness, I have to use it.
Now you know how when a player throws up a shot and it's after the shot clock, and the player from the opposing team will go up and like swat it because it's like no free shots, no free shots. Like that's the way to look at it.
So, yeah, like you said, I hate giving good people bad grades. I mean, I hate giving bad people good grades, but they got a good grade out of me for now. Seattle, A motherfucking plus.
Look, you see,
motherfucking plus.
First of all, as a part-time Seattle Storm fan, I won. Okay, we won. Okay, because the Seattle Storm is in the trenches last season. They was deep in the trenches. And Joel Lloyd said, I'ma stand down. I'ma stand on business and I'ma stay here with y'all. But y'all gotta get something going. We gotta get something going. We need somebody else out here. And that front office said, we got you. Skylar Diggins and NECA, like they was already like the Seattle Storm was already like, I know they were like 11th seed or whatever. They were at the bottom. Okay. But
they was in some games.
They were in so many games, with Jordy, Dulcie, Sammy, Ezzy, and Jewel. So now you get these vets. I don't know what word I'm looking for, but these vets to play, and then you got them coming off the bench after they were in the trenches last season. We're cooking. Seattle Storm, A+. Hot take, Seattle Storm is my number 2 team. I'm giving them ranking number 2.
I want you to remember you said that when you look at my list.
Yeah, I think we might be in agreement on this.
We might be locked in. I think we locked in.
Yeah, Seattle is they get an A+++. Like I love giving good people good grades, and like this is ethical basketball. Like Jewel Lloyd was like, you know what, I'm gonna stay. I'ma stay. And that front office in Seattle got a little taste of that rebuild, and they was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. What do we have to do? We will clear, we will clear all the max slots we need to. If we gotta move down in the draft, we'll do that too. We cannot miss the playoffs next year. We have to do everything in our power to make this team competitive at the highest level. You can't like they did like so you're gonna be trying out potentially Skylar Diggins Smith, Jewel Lloyd, Jordan Horston, Nneka Ogwumike, Izzy Magbagor. Like I know you don't play on paper, but on paper, that is such a well constructed team, like such a well constructed lineup, and that's not even to mention the pieces coming off the bench. Like other than my own team, like they're probably the team I'm most excited to see next season.
And they're ethical. It's a great on paper and it's ethical. Like
They're
Jermaine
getting a
said,
new, they're getting a new facility. Like
Jewel Lloyd said, bring me somebody, and they brought two somebodies. Not one. They said, you know what? I know you asked for one, but the basketball god said, give a two. So you get rewarded very nicely when you are good to the game. And I think Seattle's been good to the game. Connecticut. I think they kind of did all they like needed to for the most part. I wanted them to get like a Skylar or something. But like I really can't complain about their offseason. I don't think it was like a slam dunk or anything, but like they did what they had to do. So I think I'd probably give it like a B plus, something like that. You know, Bree's back, Dewana Bonner is back. Who else is there? Or who
they
else?
traded honestly, the biggest, I'm gonna get them up like a B too, but the biggest like check mark that they could have done was swapping Tiffany Mitchell for Natisha Heidemann.
Yes.
I said
they did go crazy with that.
they were in the front office cooking. Like
They just lost. I forgot they lost Rebecca Allen. I'm pretty sure she went to the Mercury. Right? Yeah, but you got getting Tiffany Mitchell or Natasha Heidemann is crazy.
Rachel Banham. Now Rachel Banham, I am not she's a real hooper and like that. But one thing about Rachel Banham, that motherfucker can shoot the ball. And honestly, that's what Connecticut kind of needed. Like
that's all you need.
To space the floor, somebody to come in, take a few shots, and sit their ass right back down. And Rachel Banham, I think she can do it. And getting DB back was definitely pivotal for them. But I don't know. I think they did pretty good and like kept themselves like about the same. Like I don't really feel like they took a drop.
Yeah, I think they did a good job in terms of I do think they improved their roster from last season's team. They didn't make, the huge splash move, but I like the direction they're going. It's everything revolves around it all revolves around Alyssa Thomas anyway. She just had one of the greatest seasons in basketball history. So, um, you bringing in the right pieces to get that team to the next level, they'll probably be in the same position last year. Like they're definitely a Final Four team for me.
I can see them being in the finals again, just because off the strength of AT, Dewana, and whoever else would like to step up at the time. But I think they're very like anyone could fill the role of that third. And then they were missing top defensive player majority of the season. They still had a really good defense all year. So, yeah, Connecticut, I know y'all are tired of being the bridesmaid, not the bride, but y'all look very good. I'm excited. Atlanta, I have to give another resounding A+. Just absolutely hit on all the marks I could ask. I'm not even a fan, but y'all, listen. Well, Jay, I'm gonna let you have the floor. Please speak on it, Pastor.
Yeah, don't be sorry.
No, because no, Don, click the roster, bro. We got to click the roster so we can see who's on this team. Because go ahead, Jay.
Y'all remember the clip. We need a point guard. We need a point guard. Renee Montgomery, Dream ownership, Dream front office, said, I will show you a point guard. In comes Jordan Canada. And right before, it's funny because before that trade happened, we kind of talked it over on here, and I mentioned that it would probably be Aaron McDonald going to LA in part of that trade. And I appreciate I still appreciate Aaron McDonald, but we needed pretty clearly to have that type of playmaking bump. So bringing in somebody with championship experience like Jordan Canada, re-signing Nia Coffey was something else that we mentioned. The surprise of the offseason for me was the Dream just dropping the bomb that they had signed Tina Charles, and I was like, where is this like?
Tina Charles came through like fucking Sting, like just sitting at the top of the shit. Like, listen, and it's so crazy what happens because when she signed with the Storm to ring chase, she was being nasty, and she got punished. And now she's being rewarded. So she did her time, she did her bid. She made amends with the basketball gods. Now she's playing with a very, very good team. She's gonna be able to mentor and do what she gotta do. And then sometimes you just gotta make amends. She had to sit out, did what she had to do. So I'm very excited to see her back on the court.
Yeah. Yeah, I love what Atlanta has done. I would like to see it's probably not gonna happen now. But I feel like these moves probably mean that AD Durr is gone. And I really enjoyed watching them play last year. Like I really hate that. But I'm very, very pleased with the moves that Atlanta has made. I would like to see some Letitia Amihere burn during the season. I know that it's funny because I'm looking at this roster and it's just like I know all of these players not gonna be able to play every game, but I kind of want to see all of them play.
No, like no, we talked about this. Tanisha got to figure out a way to get everybody on the floor. Like I don't want to hear none of that. Everybody needs at least 2 minutes.
She need to be doing how them try hard colleges be where they do like 5-man subs at one time. Like everybody need to play.
Do a hockey sub, 5 in, 5 out.
I need to see everybody on the floor. I want to see all types of lineups. I mean, big guards. I need to see everything on the floor. Like
Cheyenne Parker at the 1 is really gonna set it off.
Don't piss me off. Right? Don't piss me off now. I ain't going that far. She can maybe play the 3. We might allow her at the 3.
Listen, Cheyenne Parker at the 1. Cheyenne Parker at the 1. Ryan at the 2. Tina Charles at the 3. Nas at the 4. And
Nia Coffey at the 5.
I think we got something cooking.
No, it's a no for me. It's a no for me.
And y'all freed Aerial Powers.
Exactly.
Area Powers and Dream TikToks coming soon. Anyway, no, seriously, like Tanisha for real gotta figure out a way to get everybody in a rotation. When I seen Tina Charles, I said it was so crazy because I feel like a week ago we was like Tina Charles retired, blah blah blah, and then they just pop out with that lady on the thing talking about she back. Like, what do you mean? How did y'all get in contact with her? Like, who made the call? We need to see. Like, I have a lot of questions.
This
But
documentary at the end of the season gonna be fire.
the Atlanta Dream, though, I will give them an A+. They did like going from Ari McDonald to Jordan Canada. Like, no shade to Ari, but Jordan went off last season. Jordan Canada stand up. We won. We literally won, guys. We won. We won. Like, we won.
Black Girls Rock. Do it for JR Crickets. The Liberty are next. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't really know who they signed to this camp contract. I think I remember y'all talking about it in the chat.
Ivana Jokic.
No, the Seattle Storm, I don't know what happened to them last season, but Ivana was like cooking on the Storm. How they let the Liberty get her, I don't understand. But I also don't understand how she even here. Like, don't she play on one of them teams, like good foreign teams?
Maybe she said, she don't care. Maybe she thinks she might want to, maybe she ring chasing. I don't know.
I don't know.
But outside of that, I'm taking your word of how good this person is, because again, it's just my ignorance. They didn't really do that much for me, to be completely honest with you. I mean, they got basically the same roster as last time, except Courtney Vandersloot is closer to an AARP membership. And I don't really know, like, they didn't do no team bonding exercises, no nothing. So the agenda of they don't like each other is still going to spread. So it's like,
it's getting nasty.
It's getting nasty over there. I feel like a lot of teams got on their level and they did not do anything to be better than last year. And that's going to bite them in the ass, I feel like. So I can really only give them a C. Maybe a C minus, to be honest.
I honestly don't know. A lot of these players from overseas, I don't really know. I don't know the material. I'm not gonna lie. I will say Ivana is a good pickup, but the fact that they're not gonna have Marine, they're not gonna have Hansu. Like, who are they even gonna like? They gotta hope all of these people make the team. They only got 10 people. Like, I mean, assuming JJ and not Sabrina, Stewie come back, 12, but like, you essentially, like, what's the coach name? Sandy ain't even play half them girls last season. So what? I hope they was conditioning in the off season, because they about to be playing 40 minutes. I don't really see them how it's gonna work for them, but good luck.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I know that the Ivana Jokic signing feels we have to try to supplement the Marine Johannes minutes somehow. So I mean, I think for the most part that they feel like, well, we made the finals and we won a game last year. We kind of just need to hold serve, because the roster that we have should be enough, but it's honestly not much they can do otherwise anyway. Like, if you've got your top 6 or 7 from last year and they're all still there, you kind of just got to roll with that. And I'm not saying it's the wrong thing to do, but they don't have a lot of wiggle room. So that's one reason why I like the Ivana Jokic signing for them, just because they say, well, we have to find some way to get back some of the production that we're losing. So yeah, they kind of held serve. I'm feeling like I'm feeling C plus ish. That's where I'm
That's
at.
generous. That's generous. That is very generous.
And the thing is, like,
Ooh,
I still think they're a great team still,
No,
but
absolutely.
yeah. Okay.
they didn't add a lot in terms of the offseason.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of my thing. It's like you went from you and the Aces were easily the best teams in the league, and everybody was fighting for third. And like now
But
it's
even
like,
to that point though, it's like y'all was fighting for y'all lives
and
for
that
about
too,
80% of the season.
on
Like y'all
paper.
was letting the Jewel Lloyd-less Seattle Storm take y'all to damn overtime. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Y'all had Sammy chewing gum off the floor to beat y'all. That's not like y'all wasn't y'all gotta do better than that. That's child. I hope they was
So
conditioned.
we'll see. Jamae, would you like to take the lead on your opinion?
No. You know what though? The Indiana Fever. Hey, click. Let me see the roster. Let me see the roster. Child. I don't know who on this team. We picked up Katie Lou and Damaris DeSantis. I think that's how you pronounce her name.
I think you're thinking of Ron DeSantis.
Her name is. I think I might have added a syllable. It don't matter. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not. It's good that we added some veteran talent. It is good. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. But at the same time, I'm supposed to be looking at the Fever like, what's y'all goal? Like, what are we thinking? What's our long-term plan? And you know what? I've come to the understanding that I think our long-term goal is to stink until 2025, and then we're gonna get serious. 2025, really 2026, we're gonna get serious. Like that's our moment when we're gonna be like, all right, we're gonna be a real basketball team. We're gonna sign some real talent. Right now, we putting our girls through the trenches. They gotta get it out the mud. This is gonna make us better. And then we gonna be for real.
Sometimes you need
Because
stuff for the documentary. I get it.
yeah, you just this is material. This is, building up your I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but this is building character. This is building character. We're, you got to have the sad times before you get to the good times. So I think it's Katie Lou. We paid her 13% of our cap, and she's coming out for pregnancy. And I don't have nothing against the pregnancy girls, but that lady ain't played all year. So we maybe 13% of our cap wasn't a good idea, but whatever. We're still playing Victoria Vivian's. They let go of Emma Cannon. Y'all going to hell. That's it. I have no thoughts.
What grade would you give them?
We're getting. Y'all know who named I don't. Oh yes, it is. Never mind, y'all. It's unprotected though. Interesting. We're gonna be generous and give the girls a C minus. We did space the floor. Katie Lou is a shooter, so I feel like she's gonna take that Lexie Hole role right now. That's just like our defender and to be a shooter. Even though Lexie Hole has not shown she could be a shooter, she'll grow, maybe. So I'm gonna give them a C minus. Like they tried. We could have did some more, but they tried. And this is all a part of building character. So
Okay.
I'll allow it.
I think I'm staying around yours, C minus C. I think with the idea of, do I have enough to beat the Aces? That probably kept some bigger free agents from coming, and I don't really think that's y'all fault. I know Skylar was like a big one that we were getting, but Skylar and Aaliyah Boston is not beating the Aces, and that's just no shade to them. That's just, it is what it is. I also have to see what y'all end up doing as far as who does Clark come out the draft? Because if Clark comes out the draft, yeah, I end up drafting Clark, and she ends up being what we like. People either want her to be or expect her to be. Like, it's 3D chess. Like, we won
I
everything.
mean, we don't even need Caitlin Clark to be who she is right now. We just need Caitlin Clark to come in and pass the ball. That's it. Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Grace Berger, Melissa Smith. Who's gonna be my fifth? I don't know. But them, we'll let Lexie play. Them five, they get out there. They need to go out there and get some reps because Caitlin got the floor vision and Aaliyah always ready for a pass. So we don't even need Caitlin to be. We don't need her to be super prepared. We just need her to come out there and pass the ball.
Yeah. This might be a cop out. I'm giving the Fever an incomplete because like their off season plan is so obviously we have the first pick in the draft. Like that's their plan. We have the first pick in the draft. We have the reigning rookie of the year. We have and we have number 2 overall pick, Melissa Smith. Like that is so clearly the direction that the Fever are going in. It's just like assuming they add Caitlin Clark to their roster, that's probably a playoff team. That's probably a playoff team.
You know what, Jay? You're so real for that because that's exactly what they're doing. But also, like I said before, we got the number 1 pick, so we can't lose. We can get Cameron Brink, we can get Rakia Jackson, we can get Charisma Osborne, we can get Alyssa Peely. We can get any of these. We cannot lose. Like it's just literally we're gonna get the best available player no matter what. So we really can't lose. We really can't lose.
Yeah, I think that the Fever are, they're kind of in the we're not ready to contend yet. Like that's where they are right now. They're in the we're not ready to contend right now. We're a young team and we're gonna look to build off of the momentum from last year because the team was way more competitive than their record suggests. So they're just saying we running this back. We're adding the number 1 pick. We brought in a little shooting, and we'll see where we go from there. See where that next step comes from.
The Sparks. To be honest, I think I'm gonna give them like a B plus. I feel like it was I feel like it was kind of inevitable that NECA was leaving. This list of how many guards they have is kind of funny, but I think anytime you can get the number 2 overall draft pick and also get the number 4 overall draft pick, I think you had a great offseason. Again, NECA and the Brady Bunch was not beating the Aces. It was not beating a lot of people. And that's not her fault. And it's like sometimes you gotta realize, sometimes you gotta know when to bow out, when to show your hands and be like, listen, I give niggas what they need if y'all give me what I need. And the Sparks was kind of like, listen, we ain't got it like that right now. But I know y'all got something that we want. And I think that's fair. So that number 2, that number 4, being bad for a little bit while all these super teams are running around, and then coming back up with Cameron Brink and maybe somebody like Rakia Jackson or Camila Cardoso or whatever. Like, I think that plan is going to work out. That should work out. Like, on paper, that is a beautiful plan. So they're going to stink. But yeah, it is what it is.
Concur, they will absolutely be in the dirt, but they will look cute doing it. So a win is a win.
Yeah. It's hard to give LA a bad grade because you have Nneka Ogwumike coming off her best statistical season since she won the MVP. And if she goes to you and says, I'm not coming back, like what else like what are you supposed to do? like like you can only say please so many times. Like if it's over, it's over. So they they handled it, I think, as well as they could have. Um, I'm gonna go. See, I was gonna go B minus, but the the swap to get the to get the to get pick 2 and pick 4, I
That
might have
pick to get the pick off of the
yeah,
Storm was crazy. Like they
yeah, I
literally
might
did
have
not trade any. Like that is
No,
that was
they
crazy.
honestly though, they you know what? Actually, we have to give them credit for that. Y'all are right because
yeah,
they fleeced them. The Storm did not have to get that pickup. I don't know what the
All
front office said,
the
but
Storm wanted to get rid of some bread, and the Spark said, "What's that pick talk about?" And I think they just wanted to see. And them niggas was like, "You can have that shit." I don't know how they got away with that. Like, I feel like any of these other bottom of the barrel teams would have made that trade without the pick. But yeah, that's why I have to give them like a B plus at least because that is to get that fourth pick for basically nothing was insane.
yeah. That's just good business on their part. They also so they actually have pick 2, 4, and 8 because they traded pick 12 with
oh,
Jordan Canada.
from yeah,
Yeah, with they traded pick 12 with Jordan Canada to the Dream and also got pick 8. So yeah, I mean it's hard to pivot off a superstar, but they did it. They did the best that they could.
yeah, they ate that one. They ate that one little thing. I'll get them that. They ate that one little thing. Yeah.
The Wings, I think I kind of have to, unfortunately, kind of give them the same thing as I gave the Liberty. I mean, I feel like most of the things they did was kind of lateral, and they were a good team last year. And wait, hold on, huh?
What did they do? Oh, I guess they brought Kalani and Satu back.
Yeah, so it's like
Yeah,
they re-signed people as they should have. They re-signed the people that were supposed to re-sign. That is, they should deserve all the credit in the world for that. Um, but I don't think they really did anything to make them better than the people they need to be better than. But I also understand they are on the younger side. I mean, all their best players are young. So we'll see how that goes. I don't want to judge them too harshly. That's kind of the thing I have them over the Liberty for is like I don't think the Wings best players are in their prime yet, or at least kind of in the latter half of their prime. But I think the Liberty's players are in the latter half or past that, besides Sabrina. So yeah, I gotta give them like a C plus. I mean, like
yeah.
C plus.
The difference between yeah, and I do agree that it's kind of similar to New York in a way that they just held serve with what they had last year, which nothing wrong with that. The fact that they were able to get Kalani Brown to stay is great for them, actually. But the difference the difference between them and the Liberty, obviously, the Liberty they're they're looking at it from a we need to win a championship this year. Like that's like their outlook is we need to win a title right now. And Dallas is looking at it from we've got our core to build off of going forward. Let's just keep that together and see if there can be some growth from the players that we already got.
Yeah,
So I think, yeah, that's the difference to me.
another year of Enrique like growing into her being a better playmaker, defender, having a little bit better shot selection. Another year, Satu being the person that they wanted to be like the ultimate Swiss Army knife. Um, like Maddie Seeger's growth, you know, Tierra McCowan, Tasha Howard, like they have Kalani Brown resigning, like they have pieces to grow with them. So I'm excited for them. I don't think they'll win anything this year, but I think they would be another exciting team. I think teams will not want to play them, and I can see them hurting somebody's feelings in the playoffs. And the experience is important. They won their first ever playoff series since moving to Dallas last year. Like I guess definitely see them doing that again. So I think I'm gonna give them a C plus. Janae, what you giving the Wings?
I guess I'll give him a C for getting Satu and Kalani back. I've really thought that they would do more at the like point guard position. Like I'm really shocked that they didn't at least invite Odyssey to training camp or literally any guard. I mean, did they call for Jordan Canada? Like what was happening there? But like I agree with you. I don't think that they will. I don't think they did enough to push them over, so they'll just be in the same spot that they were in, which isn't bad. Being a 5 seed isn't bad, but I expected them to do a little bit more.
I'm gonna save these two teams, and we're gonna go to the Lynx because there will be things said about these two in particular. The Lynx. Shout out to them for getting Courtney Williams. They got Tasha Heidemann. They did lose Tiffany Mitchell.
And Lizzie Allen.
I don't like Courtney Williams is a very smooth pickup, but also losing Tiffany Mitchell kind of hurts. And I feel like they're banking on the growth of Diamond and Phoebe and Fee and Dorka. So it's like I can't really be mad at them for not doing much. I think I gotta give them a C plus. I mean, it ain't really much for me to say. It was cool. Thanks for playing. Thanks for participating.
Yeah.
Poor man's
Yeah.
Wings.
It kind of feels like another team that kind of held serve, and it's just there's nothing wrong with holding serve. I know we talked about these teams that made these splash moves, but Nafisa Collier was a all W first team level player last year, so you already have that. Um, Alana Smith, I actually really like that pick. I felt like Alana Smith was kind of I I didn't know how much she would get in free agency, but I felt like she made herself some money last season. Um, it just kind of feels like it felt like the Lynx kind of jumped on that because we're not gonna have Jessica Shepard, so we need to replace that somehow. And I don't know if there's a better option to do that than Alana Smith. So I do like that. I like Courtney Williams is a bucket. So buckets are fun. Diamond Miller going into year 2. Excited to see the growth there. Same with Dorothy Uhas. Yeah, they largely just looked at, let's try to build on what we already got. And whatever we lose, we bring somebody in that can bring that and see, like, we don't have to replicate it. See if a change of scenery and a change in expectations for Natisha Heidemann changes the way that she plays. Like, see what she looks like in a different context. Like, maybe something else is there and we don't know yet.
I did not realize that
Do
Chica
we
Hosmer was this young.
do we actually think that that the scenery is gonna change for Natisha in particular? Because
No,
I'm
no,
looking
I
at
don't.
I'm looking at this. Part of the problem for the Lynx last season, I feel like, was that they didn't have a really good point guard. At least the beginning half of the season. Lindsay Allen, I don't know if she was injured or whatever. I don't know if she just got serious. I don't know what happened, but at the second half of the season, she started to do really well. And so their problem is they don't have a point guard. They don't have nobody. Everybody out there just vibing. And it's like, now I look at this, and Courtney Williams is like the only one who could really thrive as a point guard. Like, we watched her pretty much thrive in Chicago as a point guard. And so I was like, well, when Courtney sit down, what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna let Natisha do the same thing? Oh, you gonna play by committee? Like, what?
I feel
Plan?
like they're banking on the playmaking girl. Well, I feel like they're banking on Fee continuing to be the playmaker that she is, and I feel like they're also banking on the playmaking growth of Dorka and Diamond, because there were definitely some games where like they passed it very well and they moved it very well. They were doing things for everybody, but it's just like you said, if Courtney sit down, might get a little spooky out there.
I mean, Kayla McBride better all season be on her game. Like,
She 31. She is who she is.
I don't know. Again, like the Lynx were like not bad. What were they? A 7th seed or
They started off really bad and they ended up making a very good run last year. I think they ended up being I think they
6th
ended up
seed or
being
7th
like
seed?
sixth.
6, yeah. I mean, it ended up as a 6th seed, and I agree that they just kind of replicated what they had before. So like, this could work out in their favor, but I don't. We'll see. We'll see.
So what'd you say you're giving them?
I'll give them a C. They can have a C for trying, I guess.
Yeah, it's a C for me too.
Okay. I think we all agreed there about a C. So the two worst teams left, or the two teams with the worst grades, I'm sure they're gonna get Chicago.
You know what? You know what? I'm not even gonna.
Listen, they're not getting the worst grade. The Mystics definitely got the worst grade, no doubt about it. Chicago is getting a D from me.
A B?
A D.
A D? Okay.
Because, dear Lord, did you fumble the bag? And it's crazy because it was basically between them and the Seattle on who was gonna get on who's gonna get NECA and Skylar, and not having a locker room is what fucked y'all like bad. Like, players don't like Chicago is nice. Like, it's a nice city. The environment is cool, but there's so many people like, yeah, this is my first time having a locker. Mr. Dwayne Wade, open up your purse. Gabrielle Union, open up your purse. It's time. We're in 2024. We can't have people being like, yeah, I would have went there, but they ain't had no locker. All right, they had no locker room for me. We done that. It's over now.
Honestly,
The only positive that they had is they chained back by trading Kai, and they recouped some of their losses. And I respect that because James Wade again fumbled the bag really bad, and that's not the people before it. I mean, after him's fault. But missing out on two big free agents and then having to trade your star after putting her in this big marketing campaign, Chicago, and all that. You weren't moving nasty, but you do stink.
okay. Will the Chicago Sky stink? Yes. Sorry to the girls. Let's.
They did get
Sorry
done.
to the girls. Lindsay Allen, shout out. That's my girl. Shout out to you. But you know what? I'm honestly not gonna like. they didn't good, but I feel like given their situation, they absolutely did the best
Yeah, no,
that
no,
they
no.
could.
They definitely did the best they can. I'm not.
And getting those 4 picks back and Mike and Brianna Turner, like honestly, like I feel like those were like that was pretty good. Like I'm sure it was kind of mostly a money thing, but in terms of the players that Mike and Brianna Turner are, like Brianna Turner gonna have to get serious. But besides Elizabeth, I mean, you know, playing next to, well, she probably will come off the bench. I don't know how they're gonna. I don't even know who gonna be the starting 5. Like I'm looking at this, I'm in confusion.
Is it gonna be Dana at the 1, Diamond at the 2, or no, Marina at the 2, Diamond at the 3, uh, Izzy at the 4, and Elizabeth Williams at the 5?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what they finna do. I don't know. I don't know what's finna happen here. Good luck to Teaspoon.
I
She
feel
got a
so
lot to
bad.
figure
I
something
feel so
out.
bad
She
for
got a
her.
lot
I
to figure
just
out, child.
if the Chicago Sky stink for a couple years because they actually do not have a good roster and they fire her because they stink, you will be going on my list. I need y'all
No,
to
they
teach.
they owe her
They owe her at least like half
at
a
least 5
decade.
years. Yes, yes,
They owe
they
her
owe at
at
least 5 years.
least 5 years,
5
and
years.
2 of them better be with a good roster.
Yeah, and I mean, I think they already are in the process of like getting a new facility, but like y'all need to at least have that at least 2 years of her tenure. So y'all really need to get the ball rolling like 2026. It need to be done. Um, they gonna have to figure that out. I don't know what they finna do. Full of vibes. Good luck to the
Um,
Chicago Sky, child.
um, Chicago, um, Chicago gets they at least at least they did right by Kalia Copper because like they they looked at the move that the other teams were making and they looked at their roster and they were like, look, if you want to get out of here, we finna have to
No, you
start
know,
playing.
Jay, you cutting her some slack because you know she saw that fucking NECA to Seattle and she said she got on the phone and said, I need to be gone tomorrow. Tomorrow. I don't care who it is. I need
Hey,
to be gone tomorrow.
she did not give him a chance. Like it was really like within the same 24 hours. Like
She said, wrap
I
this
better
up.
not be on this team when training camp start. I'll be damned.
It was yeah.
I think you know what would have been crazy if she got sent to the Sun.
They said that today because Kai was playing when Kai AT in the thing in the World
That's what
Cup
made me
thing.
think about it. I know exactly which tweet you're talking about. You're talking about. She said they were talking about the chemistry they had together. That would have been really crazy.
But
P. Mitchell
but
and Kali, like I mean,
yeah, I can see that.
But it's too
Um
I
late
like the
now.
visual.
Mercury, you're still
yeah,
nasty.
yeah.
Um,
It's Dana Evans' time. She finna get she finna
Dana
get all
Evans,
the on ball reps. Like
I am
just
giving you my energy.
yeah, let her cook. Um, make Marina Mabry prove to be worth all you gave up, even though
Look,
you had to go get even though you
Marina
had to
better
go
be
get it all
playing.
back.
No, she need to earn her paycheck. She need to play all 40 minutes. You need to stay on that floor. You earn sitting down time. Okay. You know, honestly, no, to be really serious for a second. I really appreciated that at the end of last season in their like exit interviews, Marina was like, people like noticed me as a threat, and that really affected my game. And like I took a lot of contact, and so I need to work on that. And I really appreciated her self-awareness. And so I really hope that she's like harnessed that and is genuinely gonna come back next season like more prepared. Because
Getting
like
slapped to change your life.
Yeah, I really like I know we talk about, that being a bad trade and everything, but yeah, I really do hope that because Marina Mabry is gonna be who teams are game planning for when they play Chicago. So just like being the option, like you have to go in, like you're going into the game knowing what your strengths are and knowing that the defense game plan is how do we take all of that away? What do we live with? Do we live with this teammate pulling their shots? Like I know that's a lot of pressure. So yeah, I hope that I hope that she figures it out. I hope that this guy are um hope that this guy can find something to build off of in
Listen,
this season.
I need Dana Evans shooting 40% like the other high volume girls. Field goal percentage, bucket. I need you pulling. If a shot look bad to everybody else, I need it to look good to you. Because it don't matter. Get your reps. And then last and least, the Washington Mystics.
look,
Lord, Jesus.
no. Okay. Let's for everybody who does not know, let's just do a little background.
I hate.
No, because we
No,
need
no,
to
no.
we need to give context. We need to give context. For everybody who does not know, the Washington Mystics are a very unserious organization. And it started 2 years ago when they let their the number one pick of Ryan Howard, go to the Atlanta Dream. It started then, but it has continued today. At the end of the season, Elena Deladon told the Mystics front office, she said, "Hey y'all, I might not play next season. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do." She was a free agent, so that meant she could go wherever she want to go. And the Mystics said, "You know what? We're gonna core her. We're gonna core Elena Deladon, who only played 23 of 40 games, meaning she was injured for almost half of them. She was injured for almost half the game. But we're gonna core her so that we could get something. So she just doesn't walk for free." And then Elena Deladon said, "Actually, guys, I'm gonna sit this season out." So now the Washington Mystics got nothing. And that's what I call bozo behavior. Because what were you thinking?
I would just like to, like, you were starting off with the pick thing. I wish I could put this when I edit this in the thing, but some
You
reason
have to put the screenshot in here.
for some reason when I put pictures in here, it looks really blurry. But the fact that
Pull up the tweet. I'm pull up the tweet.
the fact that yeah, I got to, because this was, I may airdrop this to myself as a matter of fact. She said, "You said you weren't trading the pick." He said, "I never said that." She pulled up a tweet of him saying it, and he said, "Yep." You know how crazy that is? Dude, me, listen, I got that. Is this gonna let me pull this up? Hold on. I may have to exit out of this. Hold on. So, Lord knows, this is legitimately one of the funniest things that has ever happened in any sport in my lifetime.
No, because why do you, it gets me? Because he like the claim was
it's the
refuted.
yup. Like yup is crazy. Okay, I'm sharing my screen.
Best thing I've ever seen, dog.
You said you weren't trading the pick. You said those words in front of people who reported it. I remember. I actually never said that. Here's the tweet, coach. Mike says, unless something wacky happens, the Mystics will keep the #1 overall pick in April's draft. Yup. What happened?
No, we need to find like what did they get? Like
what wacky
like
thing
how did
happened?
it yeah.
He has to explain himself.
I can't recall.
Because
I just can't
this
recall.
is moving nasty for real, for real. He said unless something wacky happens, I'm keeping this #1 pick, and he did not keep it. So what happened? Then on top of that, like you trying to coring a lady who says not only is she injured, but says I don't even know if I want to play basketball like that. It's crazy. ED was trying to go to Vegas, and they said nah. And so she said, well, I'm just not gonna play basketball at all. Like
The Mystics got the #3 and the #14 picks. Who we like? What in what world is #2? The #2, or I mean the number what? What did I just say? The 3?
3 and a
The
14.
#3 and 14? 14? You're not even getting another lottery pick. I could see if we did, 3 and 4, maybe even 3 and 6. 14? Like y'all was not being for real. Like I need to see who to pick one. The 3 was Shakira Austin. That worked out well for them. The 14th pick was Christian Williams from UConn. That lady not even in the league no more.
Nasty. And all love to Shakira, but like it's unfortunate that she keeps getting hurt like this, but it's like, damn, y'all really could have had Ryan.
Y'all could have had Ryan. Y'all could have had Ryan. Y'all could have had Ryan.
That's tough.
Well, she plays for your team, so I know
This is crazy. You talking about that stuff? Because this nigga got Ryan.
Who is it tough for? So
it's tough for Washington.
That's crazy.
So like
nuts,
you lost the greatest player in your franchise history for nothing after being scared to lose him for nothing. And you have nothing you have nothing to show for it. Like I don't know, I don't even think they really got anything in the offseason outside of that. And to be honest, I don't think it matters even if they did, because they signed Dee Richards to a camp contract. I really want her to make this roster, but it's like this team is gonna stink.
She ain't got no choice but to make the roster. They ain't got nobody. Who they gonna put out there?
Also, the Mystics signed Carly Samuelson, which ironically enough, would have been a perfect, like hand in glove, perfect fit for last year's team. Like that is deep. Like you got Natasha Cloud, Brittany Sykes, Harley Samuelson, EDD, Shakira Austin. That is a perfect fit for that roster. And it's funny that like after you let Natasha Cloud go and EDD is stepping away from basketball and Shakira Austin may be recovering from injury for most of the season, you bring in the perfect fit for that team.
I hate that the WNBA is not bigger because I wanted to see a list of draft picks they have in the future, and I can't look at that. So I need them to get this together.
If you was on her hoop stats, they probably could have told you everything about the Mystic organization. Anyway, though, I don't even understand what the Mystics like. What was their logic here? I thought it was a bozo move to core EDD anyway. If you wanted to core somebody, you should have core Natasha. But also, y'all was in the trenches last season. So if y'all know you're not gonna get no big names, why wouldn't you not just try to maintain what you have? Like letting Natasha Cloud walk for what? What did you gain? Like you literally gained nothing. You had no plan in place. Y'all let that lady walk out when y'all could have just kept her. I mean, y'all don't have nobody else. So y'all could have paid the lady, even if you only paid her for 1 year, you could have paid her because, I mean, look at them, like, they got $280,000 left on the cap. And how many of these people actually gonna make your team? Y'all, like, they didn't have a plan. They did not have a plan. And that showed, and you know what? I'm glad they're taking an L. Because maybe this will get them to maybe they just need to overhaul everything. The front office, the back office, the court, everybody gotta go. Because it's don't nobody know what's going on.
It's not looking good. Like you said, they could have just kept Natasha Cloud. Now you got, it's just like it's so crazy. And I keep referring back to what the Mercury got going on, but it's like they got a Mom's Liberty member with a freedom fighter, and
Nigga said a Moms for Liberty.
and it's just like what with a girl dad and
the girl dads,
the
multiple girl dads,
Phoenix girl dads, and it's like a part of this is Washington's fault because y'all tried to be I think they tried to be nasty, and so they got punished immediately. The basketball guys said, "Nah, this is definitely not. Y'all are definitely not about to slide."
Over. I'm telling you, this is rolling over for them trading the Ryan Howard pick. Like everybody involved knew that was nasty. So the Atlanta Dream, shout out to their front office for using their brains and trying their hand. Like I feel like at this point, enough teams are not trying their hands because if you could walk to the Washington Mystics and be like, "Yo, look, I will give you the 3rd pick and the 14th pick." If you let me have the first one. And they said yes, I would just start asking niggas for anything.
It's
like, let's start asking for everything. Anything.
It's so funny how like when we think about trades, a lot of times we be like, that trade is not possible. And then shit just happens and we be like, how? Like it be trades that 2K would not let you make, that these GMs be making. And it's like, I would not have done this. And I don't got no degree or nothing. So what made you do this?
My only explanation for that is like I don't understand Washington's perspective, but I like the only thing I can think of is they were looking at it like we don't think there's a surefire #1 in this draft. Like that's the only thing I can think of as to like what their thought process would have been. Like they had to be looking at it like they were looking at it like well, Shakira Austin is projected to be the 3rd pick, and she's like a defensive anchor that's a pretty good passer for a big, got some versatility, and the dream is they like, nah, Ryan Howard is a franchise cornerstone. Let me go from the ball.
Literally, Ryan Howard beat fucking South Carolina. Like Kentucky was Ryan Howard. That's it. Like we are the fighting Howards. And at that SEC championship and said, yeah, Ryan, that won. Like how you didn't walk away from that and be like, Ryan's that girl. Like Ryan had to compete against Shakira. Like how you didn't walk away and say,
And again, Shakira is very good. I don't want anyone to take this to watch this
yes,
and be like,
yes.
Shakira is wonderful. Like, I'm sure she's going to be a multiple-time All-Star and all these other things. Like, she has all the tools to be very successful in this league. It's just, at this moment, as of 10/14, February the 8th of 2024, that trade is looking very funny and liked.
It's gonna look funny for the rest of your life. There is nothing that like Ryan literally walked like rookie of the year, rookie of the year, All-Star. Come on, like.
So the Mystics, you absolutely get an F from me.
You're getting an L. You're getting an L.
I can't lie. Like they had one of the worst off seasons I've seen from any sport. Like
I've never seen a team fumble and fumble so bad. Like what were we thinking?
But this is my teams, my tiers.
Girl, are you good?
So
You always have
this is what I was making earlier.
Wait. Okay, hold on. Let me.
So we
No, you got 12 teams, but 9 is up here twice.
Oh, okay. That's what I don't know how that happened. All right, bet. This is what confused me earlier because I was like, why does the stat have 11 teams? So but I was like, whatever. So Ketchup Mustards, of course, is the Las Vegas Aces because this is what everyone was building their teams to stop. There's nothing to say. They are the girls until proven otherwise. Asia's that girl until proven otherwise. You know, it's just not what we can say.
I think you need another subcategory because I feel like it's too many people and I'm scared of you. Like that range is just too big. I don't know what the middle gonna be. I don't
know what that middle is either. I did think there's a lot of people in there, but I didn't know what other things I wanted to say. Seattle Storm, of course, 2 top tier free agents picked up with Jewel Lloyd, with an already pretty good, like not pretty good, but like a very solid roster, and like they have wonderful complementary pieces. I cannot take that away from them at all. The Liberty, my girls finished 2nd place. I can't take that away from them. We talked about this earlier. I mean, they basically just move laterally, but and the pieces are kind of older. But JJ and Brenda Stewart are still there, even though she tried to sneak it up today in Belgium. I know she hit that game winner, but she almost pissed me off. But we won, so I'm gonna give her kind of some slack today. So we'll see. Sabrina has another year. We all love Benaj and Laney. They got it right now. I have to give them their credit where credit is due at the moment. The Connecticut Sun, They did what they had to do this offseason, re-sign who they need to re-sign, picked up some other complementary pieces. They did what they had to do. That's really all that matters. The Dream, masterful offseason. You know, I think their best players are younger, so we'll see how that kind of works out as far as their growth. But I think they'll do what they need to do to be successful. It may not be this year, but I think it'll be soon, sooner than later. Just tremendous offseason. The Wings, you know, stayed pat, re-sign. They need to re-sign. It is what it is. And then the Mercury. I remember you were saying that you thought they were number 6. I put them at 7th for the time being. I will have to see where BG goes, but it's like y'all was moving foul. Y'all have a new coach who's y'all moving foul to get him. I just don't think they'll be rewarded. I see a players only meeting 15 games in because y'all 7 and 8, and I don't know. We'll have to see. I just don't think that shit. I just don't think that shit gonna be rewarded.
Just real quick. So when the highest paid coach in the WNBA don't win a championship in his first season, what agenda are we pushing? Are we gonna say fire him? Or
I'm saying that their first loss. They can win 10 straight games at the end of the season. As soon as that nigga lose a game, it's raps for that. So he's cooked on that.
What's that man name? I don't even remember.
Nate Tibbetts.
Nate Tibbetts.
Yeah. So you said a players only meeting 15 games in. I'm taking the under because it's so funny because like I remember because when Natasha Cloud was on ESPN talking about I think I can fit in the locker room with these fiery personalities. And it's just I'm looking at that and I'm just like, this feels like a setup.
You have a rookie coach who has no experience managing personalities of this manner. You have, again, a freedom fighter, political activist. You have a girl who we know is probably racist, or at least questionably conservative. You have a girl who just got traded there who does not like the girl who is questionably conservative because, from playoff stuff. We have the GOAT who be slapping people and pushing people for no reason and has a history of just doing weird shit, not answering questions. Like they already just removed somebody off the team and kicked them out the facility. And then BG is just kind of off to the side. It's like
BG got her book coming out. So she not even gonna be all the way there. She gonna be on a press tour. But I'm just saying, what was I even about to fucking say? Oh, we're talking about fighting personalities. Baby, this is racism. We're fighting racism. This is not a personality trait. This is racism. And this is misogyny.
I think what's about to happen is Natasha Cloud is gonna go in that locker room and she gonna say "Free Palestine," and Sophie Cunningham is not gonna be there. She's gonna be like, "This locker room just got black as fuck," and it's just not gonna. She ain't used to that racially ambiguous GOAT don't be standing on that. So you get a real mulatto who trying to fight for her people. It's about to be a little bit different in that locker room. And then again, somebody's come there who does not like her at all. These niggas about to fight in the finals. And then Sophie tried to hurt Kai last season. You can't just, I don't know. It's certain stuff that I'm just like, I know we're playing the same team now, so I kind of got to forget about it. But am I really going to forget about it? I might put your stuff in the garbage and be like, I ain't see that.
We're forgetting about, no, we're making it forget about racism. This is right. I do think we're this is racism.
Yeah,
that lady's going to have to sit down and be like,
that locker room is going to be kind of spooky. And I
What
know
are we
because
doing?
she be tweeting and liking stuff, and we be seeing it as regular people. So I know her teammates gonna see it, and I know Natasha Cloud is gonna stand on business. She gonna be like, "Why the hell did you like that tweet? You better get a fucking murder while I'm here."
Now they're gonna be fighting because they down by 15 in the first quarter. I can't. It's nothing we can do. I don't.
Listen,
That's why I'm saying I don't think we scared of you. We need to be something else.
that
Because
that that
I'm not
first
scared of you.
that first, and I think the thing is, I put them in. Oh, I'm scared of you because I feel like if this works out how it should work out on paper, they are good, like really good. Because again, they had a great offseason. It's just basketball is not played on paper, and I don't think basketball guys are going to reward ugly. But that's just how it depends. But I also know, like you said, that first game they down by 15 because people not sliding defensively. Diana. And because that's what she wasn't even doing it in Belgium. And that first time Sophie not hitting shots and people arguing that I don't even like your black ass. I know it's just not going. It's not gonna go well. So
It's not
um
going well.
take your time, Pastor, for the Lynx and the Fever. You know, they got young pieces. I feel like that's really all they're waiting on is for them to get better. They will be competitive. I mean, I know they'll compete against the top teams. They will make the playoffs. Um, and you know, that's really all I can ask for them. Um, there's a lot going on at the top. I can see either one of them also taking the Phoenix Mercury spot, which would be hilarious. Um, thanks for playing the Los Angeles Sparks. I know you will stink, but you have a future. That's all that matters. Like a future that we can see, the light at the end of the tunnel. And I think you have like sort of good pieces right now. Um, it's just, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. And girl, are you good? Bad off seasons, bad rosters, not good looks for the future. I don't know, man. I don't think it's funny. I also don't think either one of these teams have like lockers. um, so bad omens all around. Um,
Prayers to everybody involved, Joe.
Are the Mystics um are the Mystics getting like or are the Wizards moving out of that arena and it's gonna be just the Mystics like full time? Am I making
well,
that up?
I don't know,
I
but
feel
I
like I
hope
saw that.
so. But I also feel like they're not going to
I
be good until that happens, just based on this current timeline they're on. So if you live in Washington, I'm sorry, you have to hear Jordan Poole during the wintertime and the spring, and then you
I
got to
don't
hear the
know.
Mystics in the summer. It's not looking
I
good.
don't know if they play in the um I thought they play I didn't know I thought the Wizards played in a different arena.
Yeah, I think that
But they were supposed to move to Virginia, but
right,
I don't think that's gonna happen.
okay.
I don't know if but I haven't seen anything. I don't think it's gonna happen though. Because they were trying to move to like Alexandria. Yeah, I see that now to block the Wizards arena deal, which yeah.
Yeah, because the Mystics used to play in Capital One, and then they were talking about moving the the Wizards and the Capitals, I think, to that arena, and then letting the Mystics play in Capital One. But I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, good luck to good luck to those guys. Whew.
Okay,
But yeah,
so
I think we have similar list.
yeah, my list. I'm looking at it. It's slightly different. Our top four are the exact same. So I got Aces, Storm, Liberty, Sun. Right now, I have the Mercury at 5.
I
That's
don't
just
think
for
they
now.
better. I don't think they better than y'all. Like I feel like
See,
y'all are gonna run
here's
them
the
up and down the
yeah,
bed.
What are
I
they gonna
technically
do?
They're
What are
some
you? What are
old
they?
niggas.
No, but like even then, what are they gonna do when y'all put in y'all second unit? Like when it's
oh
time for the
no,
second unit to get in the game, they gonna put Nia Coffee out there, and who gonna defend her?
I
They gonna put
honestly,
Leticia Amy
yeah.
here out there. What they gonna do? Like,
I
is it?
honestly think because of y'all youth, I think y'all like have one of the better rosters to be built for the
Yeah.
Mercury. Like the youth and the bench. Like if DT don't slap one of y'all, I think y'all straight.
I think
I
even if she does, we might be straight.
Like that?
I
That'll be
think
day she get jumped.
yeah, I think the people in the stands might yeah, it might get kind of
Yeah.
foul.
Yeah, I put the Mercury at 5. I'm probably giving them too much benefit of the doubt, and I am looking forward to dropping them on this list. But so for now, I have the Phoenix Mercury at 5. I have the Dream at 6. Um, I have the Wings at 7. The Fever are at 8. I have Minnesota at 9. We both have the Sparks at 10, and then I have Washington 11, Chicago 12, but it really doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
The
one of
bottom is
them,
the
one of
bottom.
them, one of them gonna have 7 wins, and one of them gonna have 6. Thanks again, girl. Are you good?
Oh, I think my lineup is pretty much the same. Let me see what I wrote. I tried to come up with something. My top four are the same. I did give. Oh, I was very mean. Okay, I put Phoenix at 9, but that's me being a hater. That's me being a hater. Um,
Damn, you said 6 earlier.
that was being generous.
That
They better hope Brittany Griner show up. Because if she don't, they going to the dirt. Um, but no, and
listen,
to be
if
serious.
BG goes anywhere other than Phoenix, I promise you, I'm putting them at like 10. Like, because DT, Natasha Cloud, Sophie Cunningham, and Khalid Copper
They ain't gonna have a single big. What they gonna do?
is not a good no. Uh,
They gonna have they gonna
uh,
have Beck Allen trying to defend fucking Aaliyah Boston. What are they gonna do?
she gonna be defending her
What are
teammates
they gonna
from
do?
punching each other in the chest. That's what she gonna have to worry about. She gonna be the voice of reason in the locker room.
So they better hope they get BG. But seriously, I think mine is pretty much the same. I do think the Fever make the playoffs, so they are an 8th seed to me. Um, so yeah.
This will be a very very funny season. Like, dear Lord, I'm so excited. It's just it will be shenanigans all around. Um, but yeah, I can see that players only being less than 15 games because if they prove me wrong, they prove me wrong. I do have to apologize to them because we did say for the last episode who was trying to go there, and like 4 people went there, but this will not stand.
Well, we see who has morals and values.
When everybody
I'm
gets a
looking at all of
locker,
you.
when everyone gets a locker room, y'all are fucking finished. You better be lucky you got amenities because otherwise,
All right, I know we've been here for a long time, but I just have some minor NCAA notes um that I would like to share. LSU heard the noise. They heard me talking shit. And they beat the fuck out of Florida. And they are currently up 20. That's like not a full 20, but it's close on Vandy. So they'll probably get that win. So I'm glad they kind of got their stuff together. the season should be smooth sailing from here on out. Then Notre Dame, you let me down today, losing to Louisville. Stop embarrassing me. Stop embarrassing me. Wake Forest and Duke. First of all, Wake Forest was up on Duke by like 10 in the first quarter, and they beat them by 23.
Wake Forest won?
No, they lost by 23. My bad. I said that in
gosh.
reverse. Wake Forest was up. They had us in the first half. I don't know what. Wake Forest scored 8. Oh my God. Wake Forest scored 5 points in the third quarter. Just nasty business. Like, what are we doing? Guess how many points Duke scored?
30.
25.
Listen, I'm going to see them play Virginia Tech on Sunday. And ooh,
good luck.
God.
Good luck. Good luck.
Oh God.
Speaking of Texas.
Speaking of them, I want you to look at who they beat today. Your girl went crazy.
North Carolina State, please stop embarrassing me.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to ask. I was like, did you see that they lost to,
Your girl went crazy.
Oh, she had 25 and 13.
Jermaine, your agenda. Oh my God, your agenda.
And she was shooting 50%. Bro, the last 2 games, she was nasty. Just nasty, like nasty bad. Like she stank so bad. And she came back and shot 50%. Oh my God. Is that 50%? That is 50%. I can't. North Carolina, like, what are we doing? What are we doing? River Baldwin only had 4 points. That ain't enough. This is what I'm saying. Y'all be embarrassing me. Ole Miss embarrassing me. How y'all let Texas A&M be? Nobody is serious. Miami almost lost to Clemson. Nobody is serious. Like, Arkansas lost in the last little bit to Florida. Like, nobody's serious. Oh, Indiana beat Michigan State. I'm gonna let them cook. Because Michigan State was up on Indiana earlier. So clearly, it's anybody's game. I'm tired. I'm tired of people embarrassing me. I'm tired.
I see my Buckeyes got another win. That would have been embarrassing if they lost.
Listen. Ohio State is the most, like, if they would have lost to Minnesota, I would have talked shit about them. I'm not gonna lie. I would have talked shit about them because Minnesota is not good.
Yeah.
They are bad.
No, that's you can't lose. Yeah, you gotta win.
Cody McMahon got 13 and 9 on 5 of 8 shooting in the fourth.
Yeah, ever since their last loss was to Michigan. Was Michigan their last loss? So they haven't. Ohio State hasn't lost in 2024. So
that is fantastic.
Yeah. They on a run right now.
Yeah, I know they got they're gonna have to play. I know at the end of the season they have to play Michigan again, and they'll have to play Iowa again.
Hannah Stuelke. So Iowa's playing Penn State. First of all, Penn State lost to Michigan. And why are y'all embarrassing me? Michigan stinks. And I don't know what be going on, but every other day they pick and choose when they want to play basketball. So Penn State losing really ruined my day. But anyway, I was playing Penn State. I expected Iowa to win. But Hannah Stolke currently has 26 points, 7 rebounds on 10 of 12 shooting. Hannah Stolke.
Yeah, y'all better stop othering Caitlin Clark's teammates because
Real,
I like they they got some game.
bruh. That's crazy. Is Molly Davis not playing or something? Like, what's going on with her?
She
That's
can't be. I'm
insane.
looking. Yeah, she can't be. Right?
Where's it? Where's stacks? I'm like, one rebound. Like the girl getting the game. Caitlin Clark has another double double. Ashley Owusu was having an awful night. That's why they losing. That's why they look bad. We'll cut her some slack. This is only her like 4th day out here, so we're gonna go.
Yeah.
My very last thought is that Gonzaga has been cooking. They're on like a 15 game winning streak right now. They're gonna blow out the Western, whatever the WCC, whatever that stands for. They're gonna win their conference, and they better get a good bid in the tourney. Because they have been cooking folks. So go Zags.
Well, is that everything on everyone's agenda?
I believe so. We can hold off on Team USA stuff because I need to see what another one of them qualifiers look like because that was like that was such an unsatisfying win. Like
I will say
like it was
this.
like coming off a sloppy ATO with 4 seconds left, and you won off a a Stewie putback for her like 8th point of the game at the buzzer. It was just
I ain't like how Fee was the best player on that team and they was putting other people on them graphics. I don't like that. But again, I always talked about this last time. Miss Goat, stay your ass at the fucking crib. You're starting to piss me off. First of all, I know starting ain't everything, but like you got this nigga starting, and then you playing a meaningful minutes. Like she was almost in the closing lineup, and it's like she can't. All these teams that y'all are about to play with each other year round. Their offenses are typically really good, and Team USA seems to be very switch heavy. She can't keep up. She's not better than the people that she is above, and she just can't keep up. Leave her at the crib. I don't need her. I didn't want her on the roster, but she don't need to be playing. She need to be back in Phoenix. Keep her ass at home, please.
Being a
It's like,
mom, it's time to be a parent.
please.
It's time to be a parent.
I need her and Sue Bird need to be going on vacation somewhere. Like, just take a trip, relax, whatever. Just do not be in Paris. Do not. But yeah, that's all I had to say. In short, men stay out of women's business. Defund podcast mics, except ours. Although I don't technically have a mic, but like defund everybody's podcast except ours. Um, Phoenix, you will be dealt with by God's hands or mine. Aces, you are beautiful. Um, yeah, well, Gilbert Arenas, you also will be dealt with.
He's already going to hell. It don't matter. It don't even work. It don't even matter.
Oh, that's what I forgot to talk about. This nigga called these girls bean pie.
Well, there's a line that you wrote that said, "Don't get me wrong, they have a few cutie pies, but there are a lot of bean pies running around." I think.
So basically, all the ugly girls are mad.
Well, I think
Basically. Is that what we're saying? All the ugly ones want to
that's not
apology
what
for
I'm
being ugly?
saying. That's not what I'm saying.
I don't know what the big deal is about.
Yeah, they call me washed up. Yeah, I'm washed up. I don't want an apology because you called me washed up, if that's the truth.
A lot of people are invoking your own children. They're saying you have a daughter. What do you say if she asks you about this? How do you explain this whole situation to her? If she says, "Daddy, I don't want to dress in tight clothes. I want to be able to dress in shorts and a jersey like everybody else." What do you say to her?
See, I'm petty. So, as a father, I'm going to let her dress the way she dresses. As a petty person, I'm going to laugh at the way she dresses. Period.
Like, what?
I had never seen that. Like I had
Bro.
never seen like I don't know when that was. I know it was like he called into like TMZ or something. I had never seen that before today.
It was
never.
like it was like 8 years ago, but also you can't say stuff like that and never make amends for it and then just act like it was okay. Like your daughter, you want your daughter. That's the league you want your daughter to play in.
No, because he's petty. And so he will be making fun of his daughter for her clothing decisions. Get
You
just just
what we say, Jermaine?
It's always a man.
a man.
It's always a man. They gonna always let you down. You ain't gotta worry about it. You ain't gotta worry about it.
This is why girl dads get a bad rep because y'all think y'all are doing something great for the women because y'all are decent people to one person, but y'all are bad people at the end of the day.
They're not even good dads. Like that's actually what the part we need to wake up. Y'all are not good parents. So just let's stop the girl dads, the boy moms. Just be a parent. That's it.
Nasty people. But yeah, that is I love y'all. My wonderful co-hosts, I love y'all as well. And that has been another episode of Pull Up 3. Thank y'all for everyone who's been listening, downloading, all that whatnot. We're gonna definitely be playing fantasy. So catch up, mustards, because I already got my one ring. I'm going for a second one. But yeah, I am Paragon Don.
I'm Jamae.
I'm J Trent.